Mr. Thompson, a kind-hearted landlord in a small town, had always been patient with his tenants. But today, he decided it was time to remind his tenant, Alex, about the overdue rent. As Mr. Thompson approached Alex's door, he heard a playful barking from inside. Opening the door, he was greeted not by Alex, but by a cheerful little dog wagging its tail. The dog, full of energy, started leading Mr. Thompson on a merry chase through the house. Alex was nowhere in sight, but the sounds of barking and laughter filled the air. Mr. Thompson soon found himself laughing as he followed the dog from the living room to the kitchen, then up the stairs to the upper floor. His irritation about the overdue rent was slowly disappearing. Meanwhile, Alex heard the commotion and came out of his study, looking slightly embarrassed. He had been so engrossed in his work that he had forgotten about the rent. The sight of Mr. Thompson, out of breath but laughing heartily, confused Alex. He had expected the landlord to be upset. Instead, he seemed to be enjoying the impromptu visit. Mr. Thompson followed the dog into Alex's study, who finally caught up with the dog. Alex, realizing it was time, sheepishly handed over the overdue rent. The landlord accepted the money, but his attention was still on the dog. He found himself growing fond of the playful creature. As Mr. Thompson left Alex's house, the playful dog followed him to the door, wagging its tail. The landlord couldn't help but give the dog a final pat before leaving. That night, as Mr. Thompson sat in his own home, he found himself smiling at the memory of the day. He realized that the joy of unexpected friendships was more valuable than money.